We have to talk about Liverpool, don't we? I thought that they were so impressive yesterday. Not an easy place to go, a very tricky day at the office, but Arne Slot found a way. He got it right, and he becomes the first Liverpool manager to win the opening league game of the season since Roy Evans and Gerard Houllier. Do you remember that Houllier-Evans partnership? That was in 1998. Liverpool haven't won their opening day of the season since 1998. So Arne Slot has already made history. To go to Portman Road in the way that he did in those very specific circumstances and get the victory is huge. It's a massive statement result because it's not easy to go to Portman Road. It's certainly not easy when you haven't played well in the first half. It's going to be bouncing down there. They're going to be going 100 miles an hour. It's their first game in the top flight for 22 years. And almost a detriment to Liverpool, they're welcoming one of the biggest clubs in the country. So everybody's up for it because it's the first game for 22 years. But then there's the added bonus that they're welcoming Liverpool. So the stadium would have been immense. It would have been rocking. Ed Sheeran was there giving it the big one. And ultimately, it wasn't really going very well for Liverpool. Ipswich were very impressive in the first half. They went 1-for-1 on Liverpool and they did a fantastic job. They kept Liverpool really quiet. Liverpool only had 3 shots on goal. Literally none of them on target. So everything was going really well for Ipswich. The home team were buoyant. They were in the ascendancy. The home support were feeling very good about everything that was going on. It wasn't a good performance from Liverpool. Error-strewn, lacking composure, lacking confidence. They were erratic. And Ipswich, I think, felt like they could get something out of the game. But then what happened? And this is the most important thing that we're going to talk about today. What changed? Arne Slot happened. Arne Slot identified an issue and he resolved it. And that is the point, isn't it? That is what a good manager does. That is the point of being a good manager. To change the trajectory of the game from the dugout, to impact the game from the dugout, to turn a draw into a victory from the dugout. That is the point of management. To be clever, to be unpredictable, to shift the game in your favour. And that is exactly what he did. Suddenly, Liverpool took total control. Total fluency, Diogo Jota looking fantastic, and Mohamed Salah, what an icon that man is. He really did the damage to Ipswich, and basically they couldn't live with him. But the reason that it changed was because of Slot. In Slot's post-match press conference on the pitch, I thought he was so good there, so candid, so open, so honest, such an interesting angle. And he said that it was a joy to watch in the second half. He said it was a joy to watch. And I'm sure it was. And part of the reason that it would have been such a joy for Arne Slot to watch that second half was because he was watching his own work come to fruition. He was ruthless, which is a good thing, by the way. He was ruthless. Subbed Quansah. It's a little bit of a statement there. It's a brave thing to do, but the best managers will always do that. I remember Jose Mourinho bought Joe Cole on once. Joe Cole didn't do what Mourinho wanted to do. Mourinho subbed him. He subbed the sub. He bought Cole on. It didn't work. He bought him off. Not a good look for Cole at the time. Didn't matter, of course. Cole was an excellent player for us. But Jose Mourinho was ruthless. He didn't think about the emotion. He didn't think about the impact. He just thought about how do we accrue the 3 points. And that is exactly what Arne Slot did. Bringing on Konate in his place changed everything. More robust, more physical. And he nullified the threat of Liam Delap. You know, Liam Delap, powerful player, causing Liverpool a few problems. And Slot, he negated that in one foul swoop. Wallop. That is management, isn't it? He's watching the game. It's not going well for Liverpool. It's not happening at all. Slot spoke in that press conference. He spoke and he said that we weren't winning enough duels. He said there's no point in us talking about tactics. Tactics become irrelevant. If you aren't winning your one-on-one duels, what's the point in tactics? So he brought on somebody who's going to change all of that, make sure that the most robust, most physical player in the Ipswich team is suddenly negated, and that set the tone for everyone else. Suddenly, Liverpool elevated their individual duel victories, and they basically never looked back. They played some beautiful football, and you could see it was a sort of hybrid of everything that Jurgen Klopp did for Liverpool, combined with Arne Slot's vision of football. And I do think that we should acknowledge it because we've got to give huge credit to Liverpool, huge credit to the Liverpool players, huge credit to Arne Slot. But I also think that we have to talk about Jurgen Klopp here. I think that Jurgen Klopp does deserve a lot of praise because the players have totally bought into Slot's system. Nobody's saying, that's not how Jurgen did it. That's not how he used to do it. They have brought in completely to this new system, and that is born out of a respect for the office of Liverpool manager. That is born out of the respect that Jurgen Klopp would have instilled in this team. He has passed the baton on, and the players, to their credit, have totally adopted that system. They are totally buying into it. It's like Arne Slot's attention to the technical aspects of the game is inspiring the players that are already there. They want to be pushed and challenged in this slightly more technical way. And you can see that it is working. Everything that Arne Slot is doing is working. We've seen them on the training ground, in those open training sessions in the States. We've seen that they don't want to play that ball over the top so often. That Van Dijk, really effective 60-yard ball to Salah. It's happening less. The emphasis is on possession. The emphasis in training is on the piggy in the middle game, what they call the rondo game. It's all about being available, keeping the ball. Killing them by possession is actually a phrase that Arne Slot has used, and it really is working. And in Arne Slot's calm and impressive way, he's getting his team to stick to his methods, but he's bringing in his own methods and reinforcing them through a lot of what made Klopp's team so lethal. It's really impressive. The continuity between the managers really is impressive. And you could hear the Liverpool fans, they were loving it. Singing Slot's name. You could hear them singing as well about Liverpool having no money, but they're still going to win the league. Na, 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 na. You could hear them singing that. And, you wouldn't put it past them. I think it's going to be difficult. My prediction is that Liverpool will finish third. But it really is working. And every time there's a setback, so no money, the Zubimendi, let's talk about him, right? Zubimendi decided not to go to Liverpool. To a lot of teams, when you have your heart and almost your ideology set on one particular player, if that player doesn't sign, it becomes a real problem. Liverpool have rolled with the punches. Arne Slot has given Ryan Gravenberch the opportunity to demonstrate to him, to his teammates, to the Liverpool fans, that he could be the solution in that position for Liverpool. And it was an excellent all-round performance from Gravenberch. He has shown, in fact, in one game, that he could be the solution in that position. If you think about what does Arne Slot want, you look at the system, you look at the way he wants to play, he likes the idea of a number 10 now, which is not what Klopp did. What does he want from that position, that particular position, if it was Zubimendi? What are the attributes that he needs? Basically, it's this, isn't it? A press-resistant midfielder who could look after the ball, spray a pass. Who am I describing there? Surely that is Gravenberch. Got to be good on the ball. What's Gravenberch like on the ball? Excellent. Good eye for a pass? Absolutely. Is he press resistant? 100%. Gravenberch is all of the above. Everything that you want from Zubimendi. I'm not necessarily saying that Zubimendi is outperformed by Gravenberch. I'm not saying that Liverpool wouldn't be better off with Zubimendi. From what I know of Zubimendi, which isn't a huge amount, a lot of it's born out of the Euros. But I think Gravenberch's a player. I think he's a very good player. I think he could certainly do a job for Liverpool in that position. And if you look at his performance yesterday, he was key to everything. Everything that Liverpool did went through Gravenberch. He was key to starting their attacks, and he was key to recovering possession. Whenever it looked like things were going Ipswich's way, it was him. He was there. Apart from that one opportunity, I think McAllister took the free kick or the corner, all went a bit wrong. The break was on. Didn't Trent Alexander-Arnold do well there? You know the people who like to flag that Trent Alexander-Arnold doesn't necessarily have the ability or the acumen to defend. In that moment, I thought he was excellent. He was the only one there. He did so well. And I think that basically Liverpool are going to be a really, really good side this year. You've got Mohamed Salah scoring goals yet again. And what a move. What a move it was when he didn't end up scoring. That's slot ball, isn't it? He went through. I think it was a little bit pitiful in terms of the hit from Mohamed Salah. He'd be gutted with it. But the move to put Mohamed Salah in there, we are seeing some incredible stuff from Liverpool. And we're going back to Slot's ideology. Kill them with the ball. Kill them with passes. That's what is happening. And, the rondos in training are paying off. And when you have a player like Mohamed Salah in the team, anything is possible. You just run out of superlatives to talk about this fella, don't you? He is so good. He is so iconic. He is one of the Premier League's best. I actually think that you could go so far now when talking about Mohamed Salah to suggest that he could make it into an all-time Liverpool 11. Now, think about the words that I'm saying there. Think about how huge that statement is. Think about the rich tapestry of Liverpool former players. Who are you leaving out? Kenny Dalglish has to be in it. I mean, at one point, it would have been Beardsley, it would have been Fowler, it would have been Ian Rush, it would have been the boys from before I was born, Ian St. John, we hear about Roger Hunt, we hear about... Suddenly, I think that Mohamed Salah has to be in an all-time Liverpool 11. I also think that on some level, I feel like he kind of deserved a Ballon d'Or for being so good for so long. Like 7 years he's been at Liverpool. And I swear he looks just as sharp today as he ever did. Like that was his 9th opening day goal. 9 times. Like Lampard, Rooney, Shearer, all scored 8. So Mohamed Salah now has the 9. He's got the opening day goals. And he is scoring in what? Consecutive opening days, 7 in a row. It's absolutely sensational. He is a genuine icon of the game. And apparently last season, by the way, he had a bad season. Apparently last season, Mohamed Salah wasn't the player that he was supposed to be. 18 goals, 32 games. Didn't play enough games, 32. Didn't score enough goals, 18. And I think that he's going to go far past that this year. I mean, the strength of Mohamed Salah is that he just makes it all look so easy. Week after week, season after season, goal after goal. And I tell you what, I think the standout performers from this weekend so far, until Chelsea beat City, are Liverpool. I really do. I think that they were sensational. A massive statement victory for them. Everything went right for Arne Slot. Be very interesting to see how the season progresses for them. But if you're a Liverpool fan, do me a favour, let me know in the comments below. Are you feeling inspired by Slot Ball? I think it's a massive result to go to Portman Road like that and win. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, will you do me a favour? Will you give it a like? Will you please click subscribe? It would be an honour to welcome you into this community. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a very, very special Sunday. In a bit. Ta-da.